You're welcome back. Now let's get into some briefs in global politics, the intricacies, the leads in this very interconnected global village, and the war in Amazonia. Starting with the West, with eyes on Taiwan, new China ban shows the US may be learning lessons from mistakes with Russia. London, US moves to the de-risk of China with a new investment ban suggests that the Western allies may be learning from national security failings in Russia. That's according to analysts anyway. The White House on Wednesday announced a ban on some U.S. investment in China in sensitive technologies such as computer chips. In the latest ratcheting up of Washington's disassociation from Beijing amid perceived national security risk. Analysts said the U.S. was making such moves with an eye on rising tensions over Taiwan, given that the potential fallout from a conflict between China and Taiwan would be unimaginable. The world is yet done with Russia's invasion of Ukraine. United States President Joe Biden said the executive order, which will come into effect next year, aims to ensure that China's military does not benefit from American technology and funding, particularly in sectors that counter United States and allied capabilities. Meanwhile, with some dynamics and consequences of the Russian-Ukraine war, Putin considers attending G20 summit in person, setting up tense meeting with Western leaders. Russian President Vladimir Putin is weighing whether to attend this first in-person meeting with Western leaders since his forces invaded Ukraine in 2022, a Kremlin source reveals. Putin still hasn't ruled out appearing in person at the G20 meeting of major economies on September 9 and 10 in the Indian capital, New Delhi, according to a Kremlin official who did not want to be named because he does not make public statements. Whether these are speculations or not, I look forward to that rencontre. Biden, Putin, once again in the same room. All the way to Africa, one and only one thing has been trending for at least 2 weeks on every headline. Niger hangs in the balance as military junta ignores the ultimatum from the West African bloc. The military junta that calls itself the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Fatherland seized power on July 26th and detained President Mohamed Bazoum. The 15-member region coalition gave the junta 1 week to return the elected government to power and restore constitutional order, threatening the use of force. How is this even possible? 6 days after the said ultimatum, the coupists have published a cabinet solidifying their takeover. Ecowas leaders say all options are open in Niger, including the use of force. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose legitimacy as president is currently being challenged in the courts, whose initial option on this issue was outright war and has been widely objected and rejected by a cross-section of Nigerians, hides under the banner of ECOWAS to play the bidding of the West. Why a good number of political scientists have stated that this is a stretch of the power tussle between NATO and Russia. ECOWAS is claiming to restore democracy in Niger. That's an irony. At the end of the day, there are two sides of the extreme. A peaceful resolution is clearly far-fetched. With unthinkable sanctions in place, the people remain the victims. West Africa is in disarray. The Gulf of Guinea faces an imminent danger. President Sako hinted with a tweet yesterday that he has been making great strides on diplomacy with the United States of America. Could that be a source of hope for the rich Gulf of Guinea?